Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. It's Let's Talk EV on Sundays, usually at 7:15 p.m. I'm a bit too far away. That's better. Hello, who will we have? We have G here, we have a few members here. Ollie is here with a new badge with a new color because you've been member for so many months. Mike the Ford Perfect, amazing name. No story today, not that I know of, nothing special. No license plate on the Mach-E, it's just the wrong way up. What? A nice license plate. Where would he go? Ah, so 666. Ah, now I gotcha. Ooh, that took a while. Hey, Gru M, how are you? That's nice. Everyone's here. Yes, as usually with Let's Talk EV, I go through a bit of the news that I can find. Then we talk about, hey Marty, we talk about what happened. What is this? What happened last week. We talk about what will be happening this week. It's bathrobe edition because it's still cold. 18 degrees in here, 6 degrees outside. Tomorrow morning -1, but then through the day it will be 14 degrees, so that's nice. And then, of course, we talk a bit with the chat. We have a new member. I see it on top. Jens Bo Bondo Grevison is joined the good ones. YouTube membership here. So it's not premium membership on YouTube. It's a channel membership. You become a member or a Patreon, and then you get special perks. You get background information. God, I should shave you, right? And a few people today that were members and Patreons got a really good information. So I'm just saying that. Thank you for the email. Looking forward to update. Don't do that. Way too much info here. Way too much info, Marty. How do I? There we go. Sorry. Did it work? I don't even know if it did it. But yep, let's go through some news and then we talk about what's happening. No, it's the wrong one. There I am. Up here. Okay. Porsche has said that the 718 will be electric car. Is there any detail on it yet? Nope. Just that it will be built. The 718 look like. Interesting. Then, that's important, MEB production in Zwickau. So we're all ID3, ID4, ID5, Cupra born, everything except for the Skoda Enyaq on MEB platform. The production is halted due to the Ukraine war and chip shortage, but mostly because of the war. And will start in April again, so that's bad. BMW has announced the i7. There will be, I think, April 19th. They want to show the car. 20th, there it is. i7 is just a big car made in electric. I've seen a few. I removed it. I've seen a few. Pictures of a camouflaged one. Doesn't look good. Not at all. But what does look good is the Audi A6 e-tron. This is the concept car, but you know, if people know the A6 and the how do you call that, combi, whatever, I don't know what I know the name once. Don't tell it. Station wagon? I think it's station wagon, yeah. And it's a good looking car and they want to make it electric, and this is the concept of this. Is there more pictures than this? No? Looks good. That will be a good looking car. Should have 800 volt battery and a big battery, so above 100 kilowatt, and there will be all-wheel drive up to 350 kilowatt. So maybe an RS e-tron or something, so really cool. Also, Volkswagen has shown the new, this should be the new Trinity thing. So an Aero B concept to be in April in China. So it will be the car that we always see with Trinity in the back, the one in the shade. We just see the form. Oh, what is this? Look at that. It doesn't look like the one in the back at all. Are you sure this is the car? I don't know if this is the car. Looks more Skoda-like. Oh, interesting. Then we look at Ionity, what happened last week. One new in Norway, one new in France. What went live in the last week? Ooh, a few. Look. France, Spain, France, and in Poland. Let's look at our map. Where were the ones in France? Ooh, look at that. The one in Riem, yeah, that's new. Still building this one and this one, that's good. In Spain, we're still looking for a connection down here. But that's new, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm looking at this road because at one point I wanted to go here to Marbella. And there was enough superchargers, Ionities, except for this one. This wasn't done yet, and I couldn't go down this route because too much distance. But cool, in Germany, nothing new, it's still the same 3 here, but we have enough. We're good. We're so good. I'm back. Yeah, let's do this. I gotta get this back. Yeah, I do this like this. What do the people say? Too late, Marty. Spill the beans. Good evening. Station wagon, estate car, combi. I don't like the exhaust things on the rear bumper. As big as an aircraft carrier. Any news on March software update, please? It looks like a Toyota Corolla. It looks like a Jetta. Yeah. So, what happened last week? Nothing so special. Edited a few videos. You got the video of me driving to Wolfsburg, which was a week ago, with the dogs, and then an analysis of this trip too. And I don't know, I got the whole comments were about, no, I use less gas in my car, or I have to pay more for my power if I drive electric, and that's okay for you, but the video was about my journey, and this is what I paid for the drive to Wolfsburg and back, was 85 euros. That is an average of 26 cents per kilowatt hours. It just is, because I pay 30 cents at, hey Mark, because I pay 30 cents at Ionity, and at home I pay 26, and at the hotel I could charge for free. So for me the cost was like that. Hey Lost Peter, another member is here. Look at all the colors. Awesome. And 100 people here today. Cool. Hopefully I get out my corona isolation tomorrow. Stayed at home the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks? That's long. Hopefully you're getting better. Are you okay? I hope so. And what was I saying? Yeah, and the analysis also, they said, hey, my gas car uses less fuel, 6.5 liter, not 8, but I'm talking about myself and my old ice car, my old Hyundai Matrix, and on the highway with 130, especially with winter tires, it took more than 8 liters per 100 kilometers. And right now, gas on the highway when I was driving was 239. Between 234 and 239, and what is that number that was in there? I forgot how much it was. 200 something, 260 euros for the trip, something like that. And I paid 85, and that's okay. Other trips and other people pay different. That's just it. 322 looks like an Opel. Oh, my frame rate is already off. I hate that. Yeah, I should have shaved, eh? Look. Oh, have you seen Finnegan? Finnegan is back from my parents. You can't see him. He's down here. It's still wrong frame rate. Come on. Camera work. Is it a cable too loose? Is it that? Ah no, I reset this and then it works. Maybe it's the cable, it's too much weight on it. Is it that? I don't know what that is. Do I put it up here? Maybe there's less weight on it. Huh, it's a heavy cable. Big ass cable. Yeah, Twitter shut until April. I already said that in the news. That happened. That's a bummer. Okay, what's coming up? No, what happened last week? Like I said, those 2 videos. What have you? Down my shirt. And on Friday, so 2 days ago, I was finally was possible for me to drive a Ford Mustang Mach-E. I never drove one before, and I was in contact with a local dealer. First, I was in contact with Ford themselves, with the press car department, and I talked to them, I would say 5, 6 emails, but in the first they didn't reply, and then they said I'm too small and we have to grow. Then I grew, so I had more subscribers, and I talked to them again, and then they still said no. Did you like? Yeah, I was talking about speculation. It's been done to clear backlog of parts, finished cars. Ah. I thought it's because of the wiring harness missing from the Ukraine. I thought this is the reason, but I have no idea. I know that Dresden also was, when I was there with the ID bus, the factory was down. No one was producing anything. Still too small. So I drove it. I did my normal 130 kilometers an hour. So I was in contact with the dealer for a while. I think since December or January, but first they could not give me the card, and I did not have time. And then I told them, oh, I have time this tomorrow, and then no, it's way too short, we can't do that, and blah blah blah. And then finally it worked. God, I'm getting warm in this thing. Maybe I have to take it off. And then finally it worked. So I drove the car first. It was in Poking. I drove it to Posa, which is 20 kilometers or so. And then I did my 130 kilometers an hour range test. Then charging test to 90%. I arrived with 10% or even 9% and charged to 90%. And then I did a bit of a drive. Is the e-Mach built off MEB platform? I don't think so. I think that the next electric cars that Ford will bring out, but I'm not sure. I'm not good with that. We could look it up in the EV database. But what I have to say, that there were 2 things with the Mach-E that were, what is your favorite EV? It is a no. So on the highway, the drive was amazing. The suspension is a bit harder and a bit bumpier than in my ID3. The steering on the highway was amazing. It was extremely quiet. I think one of the quietest EV I've driven. So on par with e-tron and Jaguar I-Pace. So really good. Hey Mick, Manchester calling. That's cool. Isn't the Cybertruck? Chris loves it. So on the highway was really cool. It drove great. The adaptive cruise control was like in the Volvo XC40. So even when you put a very low distance, when you're still very far away from a truck or something, and then you want to pass, it's starting to slow down, and you have to interfere so it doesn't slow down. That was a bit annoying. But other than that, it drove great. Navigation is okay. It zooms a bit too much in when you're on the highway. So when there's nothing happening for the next 50 kilometers, you only see a stretch of a kilometer. I find it also a bit weird, and with the portrait screen that you have in there in portrait mode, when you use Android Auto, it just takes takes up the space on top, so there's a lot of room. It doesn't use, when it would be in landscape, you would have more space for Android Auto, but that's all fine. The sound system was amazing. I think it's the best sound system in a car I've ever driven in an EV. And I wrote it down. This was my 33rd car. And I'm not counting, for example, an ID3 with different battery. So just a version of a car. The same with the Kona. Even the facelift is not a new car. It's still the Kona. So 33 car EVs I have tested. When it comes to different versions, it would be 50 or so. But this was the best sound system I've ever heard. The bass was good, but not artificial. The highs were good. I liked it a lot, and because it was so quiet, even at 130, I could hear it very well, and I could understand the voice very well. I liked it a lot. But then I drove it on the country road, and on the country road, and especially city, the steering is horrible. So, like I said, if you just do light steering on the highway, it's perfect. It's not too light, not too strong, just perfect. But then when you have to steer more, it feels like the steering. I'm a little bit too late. That's okay. It feels like it doesn't know if it want to be soft or strong, the steering. So it's a bit soft and it's strong. So it changes how hard the steering is while you're steering, and that was horrible. The power is good, not overwhelming. It was the all-wheel drive, 350 horsepower with the 97 kilowatt hour battery, 88 kilowatt hours can be used. I didn't feel heavy. Suspension, like I said, a tiny bit too soft and a bit bumpy. When you go over bumps, you jump a bit. Country music. It steers like a rack and pinion steering, typical historic Mustang feel. But it was horrible. No, so in the city and country, I could get used to it, I have to say. So all over, I liked it a lot. Mustang Mach-E was a nice car. I would recommend that car. Yeah. Oh, even with the stuff that I said that are not good, all in one. We know what I mean. Steering sounds like sounds like the i4 gas steering. Test drove one recently. Well, was a passenger. It must be a lot cheaper compared to a Model 3 now, though, with the price increase this week. A Mach-E, I think this car with the big battery was 66 or so, or 63. Was a lot of money. Walter is already lurking at 2.4 tomorrow? No, he's not. Mach-E erwischt die Fehler, die nicht wirklich Frieden fand. Like I said, the suspension is not amazing, but it's also not horrible. So if you go over cobblestone or some little bumps, it's totally fine. In big bumps, it likes to swing a bit. Owned a 65 and 80s. A friend had an 87. I have no idea what is. Are this all Ford Mustangs? I have no idea. I'm not familiar with what is it, muscle car or whatever you call it. Not at all. Or old cars also not. I'm so unfamiliar with that. So I did this on Friday, and that's it. On Friday I finally got all my info that I wanted. So last week, Friday, a week ago, when was that? The 11th, I was in Wolfsburg for a presentation, and only 225 with tires, too narrow. Molly years, my friend. Yeah, of what? Of a Ford Mustang? How's the interior space on the Mach-E? It looks big. The space was fine, good trunk. It's a huge car. It doesn't feel huge. So again, I can recommend that car. That was fine. Like I said, I was in Wolfsburg for that event, the TikTok, and I had a lot of questions that I couldn't answer on that day, but they finally answered it yesterday. On Friday, sorry. So on Saturday, I could finally do all the videos of this event. It will be 4 videos that will be coming up. The first one will come up tonight in less than 5 hours at 1 minute after midnight. I'm allowed to publish the video about this event. And the first one will come tonight. The second one then on Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday. So 4 videos after each other. How much space there is on the back seats in the Ford? There was a lot of space. So the front seat was in my in my for my preference adjusted, and I could still sit in the back like in my ID3 with so much leg room and so much headroom, so it was totally fine. And the trunk was of course way bigger than in my ID3. And you have a frunk. So yes, I got the questions answered, but the answers were very press-like. I wanted a detailed answer, so if I had a technical question, I would have liked a very detailed answer for that. But I got the press talk. So this is to increase to better performance, something like this, and. Are you going to set an alarm or just upload it and go to bed? It's already uploaded. I just set after this live stream today, I will just put it on schedule for tonight, and then it will just schedule automatically. I will be in bed and sleep. You can tell us that much without breaking NDA. Can you tell us? I can't tell you anything. Which battery in the Mach-E, small or large? It was the extended range and the all-wheel drive. So 350 horsepower, like I said, and 97 kilowatt hours, 88 kilowatt hours can be used. Yeah, it was cool. Yes, so those videos are coming up this week. And what's also coming up this week, on Friday, I will be getting the Audi Q4 e-tron. Finally, also asked Audi, I don't know, years if I can have a press car, and they always were like, yeah, maybe if you grow a bit more, we don't know, and then try it again in the fall. Then I did it in the fall, and I tried again in the spring. So I did it again this time, and they said, yeah, we'll give it to the right person, and I still have not gotten anything from Audi. But I know a car dealer in Plattling, not far from here. What is it, 50 kilometers? And he has Audi, Volkswagen, Seat, Cupra, Skoda, Porsche. That's it. And I asked him if I can have an Audi Q4 e-tron, and they said, yeah, you have to contact this woman. And I contacted her, or no, they said she will contact you. Nobody contacted me, so I contacted her, and she said, yeah, please call me. I called, and she said, you can have it next week. I think the Mustang was like the Ioniq 5 with both were too soft. Yeah, they were alike. The Ioniq 5 is a bit more softer. You're getting a Taycan then? No, I asked for the Taycan, and they said so far no, I can't have one. I asked for the Mercedes EQS again at the dealership in Regensburg, because they offer. So I asked for Mercedes for a press car, and they said no, you cannot have any press cars anymore. We analyzed your videos, and we don't think that this is any benefit for our marketing. So it means, and I asked, is it about the money? Am I too small? And what if I pick the car up myself and I pay for charging myself? No, it's not about the money, it's about the impact of your videos. That for me means the videos weren't as positive as they would have wanted it. It wasn't the advertising they wanted for their car. They didn't want real videos. So I said, okay, then not. So I'm not getting press cars from Mercedes anymore. Then I contacted, I would say 15 to 20 car dealers in an area of 200 kilometers around me. If they can lend me a Mercedes EQS for a test drive, I don't know, 400 kilometers or so. And everybody said either we don't have one, or you cannot have one, you cannot have it. They just said no. So their sales dropped after your videos? I doubt that. I really doubt that. They just, a different marketing company looked at my videos and said that this is not good advertising for Mercedes, and that's why they dropped me. And so that means they don't need me right now because I'm small. And so they say, no, you don't get one. If I would have 150,000 subscribers but make the same video, then it would be fine. That's just how it is. That's fine. And I had the same talk with Kia. during the week because I wanted to be at the Kia e-Niro presentation of the new version, and I wanted the Kia EV6 as a press car. And they also said, sorry, no, they said, sorry, your videos are in English. We order just the German department. And then I didn't argue, but I was, You're an international company. Why would you not want a video of your cars presented in an international language so everybody can understand, not just the German market? And she said, no, you can make a German video about it. And I said, I don't want to make a German video about it. I don't get it. I don't see what the problem with this is. So I was, whatever. Because, sorry, I don't get why a car company who wants to sell cars, who's not even a German car company, so who cares about being in German, did not want an English video, give out a car they have in the pool, or invite someone to test the car if it's not German. So I didn't get it. Is the dressing gown you don't fit in demographic they're looking for? It's possible. Do you think with the next update in ID3 we're going to have the percent of battery in the consumption rate in the frontal screen? Where you think it's going to be the update? That's already known, and you can watch a video that I did with the ID5. So the state of charge will be with 3.0 in the instrument cluster. So we'll have the range, a battery symbol, and your state of charge as a number. And in 3.1, we've seen that with the ID bus presentation, you will have your whole what you have in the infotainment screen under vehicle, your data, so your trips, your from start, since charging, and long term. This will also be in the instrument cluster, and you can switch around with your OK button. Now we know what the OK button on the steering wheel of ID3, ID4, ID5 is for. I bet it was Cindy's brutal honesty with the verdict on the Mercedes. She really went down hard on it. Yeah, but if she doesn't like a car, if she says it doesn't look good and it doesn't feel the way that she wanted, it's just one opinion. I find that if they cannot deal with someone not liking their car, but then the other person in the video says it drives great, and if it would be all-wheel drive, it would be an amazing car. I don't know if they can't handle someone disliking their car. I'm sorry, that's not a car manufacturer there. I mean, people hate my videos, and it's okay. You can hate my videos. Or I love my ID3. People hate the interior. It looks plastic and cheap. I don't, but you can. It's fine. I like the video, guys. It's true. Go like. We're 47 likes per 135 people here. Do both German and English then. Yeah, thought about that, and they asked me to do it, and I explained again, yes, I can do that, but not a lot of, what they suggested was do a German video, and if it gets a lot of views, and we can work together, then we'll see. And I said I can do a German video, but only 7 or 8% of my viewers are from Germany, so who speak German, maybe 10%, with Austria, Switzerland, and Südtirol, South Tyrol. Do you say it like that? I don't know. And so that would mean when it's normally 15,000 videos, it's then 10%, so 1,500 views, not videos, views. That's not a lot. And again, I don't get it. Why not have an international video? What's the problem? Just because you work in Germany with the cars. Yeah. How about Polestar? They have new upgraded standard range single motor with 69 kilowatt battery now in heat pump on the 2022 models. You haven't. You're a member. You know. I get a Polestar 2 single motor in end of April. You know, the press car, finally. And if you make a video in German language, maybe they complain about the Bavarian dialect. That's true. This is the power struggle between companies and media access. Yeah, that's just weird. I love Cindy's videos. I like the honesty. Yes, and I do the same thing. If there is something I don't like, I say it. If there is something I love, I will say it too. And if someone tells me, oh, you're a Volkswagen fanboy, I'm saying no, I just like my ID3. There's stuff I don't like about it, but overall as a package, it's the car that fits my needs the most. Doesn't have to fit your needs, and it's totally understandable. I don't have anything against someone who likes a different car and hates the ID3, for example. It's fine. It's why you see with a lot of movies, critics praise it, but actually people pan it. Yeah. I'm fine with the plastic interior of the i3. There are things which annoy me much more in this car. For example, yeah, he has problems with the infotainment system or whatever. I don't have any problems with my ID3. I'm sorry. It's just the way I used it. The way I use my ID3, it does it exactly like I want to. I would want more access in the app, that I see where the car is and that I can lock it or see that it's locked. That should be coming with 3.0. That's good. And I would want higher charging power, and I want the battery heater to be better. But that's not so important. It's fine. But I'm okay with the car. If the car would stay the way that it is right now, I would have no problem with it. Again, that's me in my use case, like I do it, and it's fine. Okay, like I said, I get the Q4 e-tron next Friday, so I will just pick it up, do my 130 kilometers an hour range test, then the charging test, and then the drive test. Because I only have it for a day, I bring it back in the evening. But finally I can drive it. I have to watch a few videos before that. I hope I still like my ID4 of the after 12 o'clock. That's good. Yes, that's a good one. Where was I? And I have to watch a few videos and get acquainted with the Q4, because I've been accused of not being prepared when I had the Dacia Spring, and it was totally true. I wasn't prepared for the Dacia Spring. I just went in. I thought I could find out everything easy in no time, but I should have watched a few videos and maybe read the manual that I knew the switch between odometer and consumption and so over, so I would know that. That was a bummer. We will get more charging power on the 58 kilowatt hour, but not that much. Well, if it's the same as the Cupra Born had, then it should be a peak of around 133, 134 kilowatt. But I will have to test if how much that is to 80%. So I will do 10 to 80% before the 2.4 update, and then afterwards, and we'll see how much it is. Okay, what's also, so I said what's coming up this week, the Q4 and the 4 Volkswagen videos. Then after that week, what's coming up? Where are we? I have holidays. That's true. I have the week off at work. Where are we now? This is the last few days in March and the first few days in April. I'm off. Yay! Do Volkswagen plan on giving you the next software update first? No. I don't think so. I would like to. And I talked to them about it, but I don't think so. Bonjour, it's Darren. Hey, how are you? We'll see. I would love if they would do that, but I don't know. I know that they don't do an early bird thing where they give 10 people the update earlier and see how it is, and then they can move on. Better battery heater control is my top wish. Charging with just 20 to 30 kilowatt is painful. Well, you get a better battery heater, but just for the cold battery, not for having a higher charging power. So when your battery is under 25 degrees, you will not get full charging power, and you have to be under 15% state of charge, and you will never get it. There are already videos out, peak power until 20%, and it starts dropping past 30 is the same curve as before. Yeah, you can watch my Cupra Born video, it will be the same. Maybe you should call Daniel from Bloodsound for some tips on using the Audi. He has a normal e-tron, that's true. Nah, just watch a few videos and it's fine. I hope I will get 135 kilowatt charging before summer vacation. When is your summer vacation? And you're in the States? It will take a while. Or in the UK. Any news on Skoda Enyaq parking assist software release? I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry. I just know that new Skoda Enyaqs now have over-the-air update possibility, but all the ones before... Oh, Germany, I'm so sorry. Yeah, summer vacation, it depends. Depends. Maybe, maybe not. 135 charging, wow. Yeah, for Darren, that's nothing. He charges with 250 for a few seconds. And his consumption is so low. Yeah, Darren is the master here. But soon his charging power will drop drastically. I got full 100 kilowatt with 20 degrees battery. Cool. Yeah, I think it has to be 25 with mine, around that. Maybe in the winter, because not every cell is the same temperature. Maybe it's about that. Because I did my test with 30 degrees in winter. Charged an ID3 yesterday on a 150 kilowatt charger and was briefly gotten 124 kilowatt. Very fast it dropped to 75. 11 kilowatt rule! 124 and it dropped to 75. That sounds weird though. Because the above 100 should stay to 30% and then slowly going down. Guys, which EV has the widest backseat room for families? 5 people sat in the back of ID4 and was surprisingly narrow. What's a wide car? Phew. I think they're all... You can try Ioniq 5 maybe? I hope I get my ID3 soon, as I'm waiting for it since November. Well, then you will be lucky. Even Model 3 now in Germany has 14 months of delivery time. When will you test the Megane E-Tech electric? Well, I was invited by Renault to test drive in Spain, to test drive the Renault Megane E-Tech. But I cancelled the trip in January when COVID was on the rise, and I thought I'm not going to go to Spain, and I wanted to give room for someone else to go. Again, frame rate, for someone else to go. And why does this thing not stay up? It can stay up. Come on. There we go. And it was wrong because then COVID got better, but also the problem was it would have been exactly at the same time where the ID bus was presented in Hamburg, which I couldn't attend because of the storm. But I sent them an email, sorry, I'm not doing this because of COVID, I hope you understand. And they never emailed back, and I emailed them again if there would be anything else in Germany, and they never emailed me back, so they were mad at me. And don't... Model Y is built for American bottoms, but I don't find it any wider than other cars. Sorry. So what I'm waiting with the Megane E-Tech when it comes to dealers, and it was originally scheduled for the mid of March, but it was delayed. It will now be beginning of June. So they're very, very late with the production of the car. Best so far with 3 kids was Enyaq. Couldn't charge my car today because ICE, Skoda and Mercedes has been parked on the EV spot all day. Skoda since yesterday. People. Oh, I will freak out. That's why I charge at home. Nobody's parking there. If it has a lots of leg room, but shoulder room is not that great. Was this man needs a 7-seater? Yes. Talked about that. Then in 2 weeks we'll get then a few press cars after each other. I'm very happy about that. And I also hopefully can attend a little ID3 meeting in Zwickau and Dresden. We'll see. I don't know if it will be possible. So first car on April 4th or 5th, what is it? April 4th will be the Volvo C40. I get the press car for 2 weeks. After that I get, where are we? I have to look, I don't even know. I have to look in my calendar. So Volvo, after Volvo I get the Ioniq 5, and then at the end of April should be the ID meeting, and then on May 5th, I get the Polestar 2 single motor for a week. And then the end of May, I get the Skoda Enyaq iV80X, so the all-wheel drive. And hopefully, since till then, I can also get an ID4 GTX as a press car. That would be amazing. That's the plan for now. Oh my God, I was looking at an e-up as a second car, really good specs, 50 kilowatt charging. It's 34 is the peak. And it gets really slow above 70 and then 80%, reasonable range, reasonable price, but just look at, they've killed it. Well, millions have been ordered. They couldn't build it. They're still delivering the ones that have been ordered. Then they opened the configurator again, but just for a small number. And they will produce them and sell them for the next year or two, and then hopefully there will be a successor like an ID2 and an ID1. Well, it was more about sitting 3 adults in the back, not comfortable in ID4 for sure. I wonder if the ID bus is nice and roomy. I haven't sat with 3 people in the back, I wouldn't know, but I was in the front and it was very comfortable. I don't know if it's wider. I have my ID3 for a year now, 21,000 kilometers of mixed driving, 60k round trip to work, 40 on motorway, 20 city. My efficiency is 202. How does that compare to others? I have 250 watt hours per kilometer, something in the winter, because of battery heater. And even without battery heater, I drive not slow, so I drive 110 on the country road, and in the city the 50 that is allowed, and I pass trucks and whatever, and on the way there it's pretty downhill, but on the way back it's uphill. So in the deepest winter, when the battery heater has to do a lot, I can use up to 35% of battery a day for 60 kilometers. And in what it is like now, where I need the heat, but I don't need the battery heater, I use around 22, 25, depending on how fast I drive. And in the summer, when I drive extremely slow and without heat, without AC, I can be at around 15 at the lowest. As you can see, it's more than double in the winter with heat and the battery heater. I was just in Zurich city center, ice car with penalty behind the windscreen wiper for parking and charging spot. Cool! Even has front rear speakers. What was the thing? Will you attend Tesla opening? I would like to, but they didn't invite me, so I don't think so. They don't want press people there anyway, so not me. ID bus with room of 3 up front would be nice. It's possible. I wonder what the start price will be for it. Yeah, isn't the cargo version can be 3 people in the front? Have you had a chance to visit Sono Motors and check Sion? I had the chance to test drive it once, but I didn't go. They were in Passau and you could drive for 15 minutes or so. But I emailed them again if they want to invite me to any future presentation or anything. I haven't heard back. So I don't know. So again, 136 people today and only 63 likes. What's going on? Like, yeah. So I worked a lot today, or even and yesterday, like I said. So yesterday night I edited all the videos of Volkswagen things that are coming up the next 4 days, and then today I posted it everywhere on social media, everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, on my Facebook, on Facebook groups, at the ID Drivers Club, at my Facebook group for ID3 and the German ID3 group and everything. And someone told me that they're all complaining about something of my post. I haven't read it. I just posted it and I didn't read the comments. So I don't know what they said, and I don't want to know if they're complaining. Go ahead and complain, it's fine. I'm sure it's about English. Germans always complain that I speak English. He's German and speaking English. And the worst comment was ever, he's driving a German car in Germany and he's German and he's speaking English. I'm sorry. Racist! I said it. Has your ID3 been to the shops this week? No. Oh, you mean grocery shopping? They are saying you are clickbaiting. What's clickbaiting? Clickbaiting would be if I say something wrong that's not happening. But something is happening. The embargo ends and then new stuff is coming. My ID3 goes to deal tomorrow for annual inspection and to check state of health of 12-volt battery. I get a loaner, like likely ice. Boo! You have an annual inspection. My ID3 has had his inspection after 2 years. That's weird. Huh. That's city driving, right? Right. Model 3 goes to the track and ID3 goes to Aldi. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yep, every year. Is it for the States in ID4? Here it's every 2 years. And the first year it's even without kilometer limit. That's weird. That's totally weird. Yeah. Why an inspection on ID4? Yeah, I don't get that either. What is inspection for? What are you gonna read? I mean, Mark had a few problems with the ID4. Maybe it's good. What's an inspection? Yeah, you never go to inspection. That's not good. Would be nice to sometimes go to inspection. I have to give a thumbs up here. How do we do that? Do I have a thumbs up? Do I not have a thumbs up? Yeah, I do. Ta-da! Last Peter got a thumbs up. What are they inspecting? Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know, the whole, nothing against Tesla, but the whole not inspection at all sounds more like it would be work for us. We don't want to do that. I don't know, after 2 years looking at a car and saying everything's fine, I would prefer that than something breaking, and then I would have caught it last year, but there's no inspection interval. I don't know. For me, that's okay. It's really okay to look at a car every 2 years from someone. We have a government road worthiness check at 3 years old. Oh, yeah, but they don't look at the battery. They just look if it's safe to drive, so the brakes work, and that you don't lose oil and something like this. But they don't check the car if I don't know, if the inverter is fine, or I don't know what. After the first year, you need to go to inspection in order to next leasing year. I don't had to do that, and I'm leasing my car. Yes, safety inspection every year. I don't have to go to safety inspection in the first 3 years with my ID3, so I will never do it when I give it away. In Volkswagen, get a list what they did. They check brakes, suspension, tires, etc. Yeah, it's totally understandable. Do care if invaders break, it's under warranty. Yeah, but it would be nice if it doesn't break. So if you don't have to go to the workshop and have it replaced. That's what I mean. If after 2 years they're looking at the car for 2 hours, I think that's reasonable. Everything is fine. 2 years delivery time. Ever my 12-volt is getting looked at for that power state of charge loss that I have been seeing. Yeah, that's what you said. That's weird. Yeah, IDC service interval is 2 years. Yeah, but the TÜV is every 3 is after 3 years the first time. Every year is a way to make money for the dealer, at least in Germany. After 2 years inspection, IC will need to go every year. I don't remember. I thought it's always every 2 years. Not had anything break in over 2 years of Model 3 driving. Well, of course not. But there's possibility, and you're not the only one driving Model 3s. I'm sure there have been cars that broke down. In Germany, there's a 2-year interval for inspection, but not. I thought the first year is the first time when you get a new car, it's 3 years. Am I so wrong? I meant TÜV, not. Ah, come on, stupid frame rate. Just work. Okay, weiter. No, still not on. Frame rate is half. I know what it does it. There we go. Now it's back. Now it's back. First time in 3 years. I knew it. Have you ever had a depleted 12-volt battery ID3 and had to boost it? I did, and there's a video up. It was in November, after I got the car, so 2 months after I got the car. 12-volt battery drained because they didn't have implemented in the software that the 12-volt battery will be charged when the car is parked and not in use. And then they had an update a month later in December or so where this was fixed, and since then it's all fine. First time, 3 years for new car in Lithuania, I would guess same in whole EU. Maintenance plan in ID3 and costs are known. Volkswagen already published that. I have no idea. They told me it's when I bought the car that what they will do most likely, but I don't know. My new car gets lithium 12-volt battery designed to last the life of the car. That's cool. No wonder Tesla has the worst TIF rate with Dacia. Oh my god. Annual safety inspection TIF is Vermont. They contact car to database every year. DMV is now tracking the car's safety history. Any new details on what will be included in the software 3.0? Can't talk about that till 12:01 this tonight. Then you know stuff. Why, now you know what it's about. Oh no. That was so hard to guess. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Did I miss something? Still 125 people here, but only 89 likes. I go time charging is fixed in 3.0. No, you mean scheduled charging is fixed with 2.4, and that's known since November. Is it midnight already somewhere? It's always midnight somewhere, but not here. Hey, Finnegan. Can you see Finnegan? Yes, he's back from my parents. Did you have a little chew? Did you eat something? Yes, you tired little Finnegan. I'll stay up until midnight to find out. Honest. No, you don't. It's not for you. 90 likes, 92 likes, 8 more, then I'm gone. Then you can be woohoo. Are you going to say anything about MB Software 3? I'm driving on ENIAC 4, so it's probably applicable to me as well. I think that, yeah, all MEB platform cars will get 3.0. Do we also get more info about the 12-volt battery replacement in the next video? 2 puppies and a cat? Yes. And the cat was at my parents for a long time. They'll love him, and he's happy there too. But when they go on holidays, and they go on holidays with the camper from mid-March, so now next week till September, October, something like that. Yep. I don't have anything. That was me. What do you have? Any questions? Any insights? Like I said, 4 videos after midnight, so 1 video per day, but the first one is after midnight today of that event that I was in Wolfsburg. The event was pretty nice, but typical Volkswagen, I would have wanted to get more accurate answers. Volkswagen is still, they're trying. I see that they're trying. They wanna be, so they're the opposite of Tesla. Tesla says the Roadster will come out in 21, at the end of 21, and then they move it to 22, then they move it to 23, and so on. And Volkswagen is thinking, okay, I think it's done here, but we're not gonna say that because we're not sure that it will work. And that's why I get answers about time or specifics. So I talked to them about what's included in 3.0 in November, and they told me a few things, but they said you can't tell that because we not even have decided what's included in 3.0. So they have, I don't know, 50 updates that they can implement in the car, and then they decide which one will go in 3.0. So will the size be too big? Will it take too long to update? What do the people want right now? And so they think about that, and then December they decided what to implement, and then they test it on cars, do the over-the-air update, and how does it work in the cars, and then they make changes or whatever, and it takes time and time and time, and then they have to prepare the servers for over the update to work and stuff like that. So it's completely different than Tesla. Tesla is okay. We have written an update, send it out, and then people get the update and they don't like it, or maybe there's a mistake in there, and then all people complain, and then a week later they send the next update, and then it's fine. And Volkswagen can't do that because they have marketing behind it, they have law people behind it. Every answer that Volkswagen gives me, that I give to you, has to be approved by marketing and lawyers. That's why it cannot be, they cannot say, okay, the next update is coming here. No, it has to be in this window. Sometimes that's annoying. Are the citizens of Europe excited about the bus? Do you think it will sell well? Well, if I know that a lot of people are driving T4s, T5, T6, so the transporter, what the bus is based on, but I don't know if they want to switch to electric. I'm pretty sure there's a fan base who likes the bus. I like driving it. If you can watch my video. I drove it in Dresden for a few hours, a few hundred kilometers. And it drives really nice for a car that size and that heavy and that big. It drove really nice. I liked it a lot, but it would be not a car for me because I don't need that space at all. It's just how it is. Do the caravan or trailer camper all over Germany or just one place? Well, they do one place 6 months of the year, and just bike around and whatever, and it's not even far away, it's 40 kilometers away, and then they go once a bit farther away. So I don't know, Italy or whatever. Don't ask me. I meant, are you going into detail about the MAB 3.3 updates? I will be online when you do. Why is the focus off? What happened here? I can talk about it. What did the Mach-E charge at after 80%? I think at 75% or 79, it switched to 43 kilowatt and it stayed there the whole time. Maybe it was even at 75%. It was a weird charging curve. I had 155 kilowatt. It dropped very fast to 112. It stayed there and went down a tiny bit, and then at some point, I can't remember, I have to analyze the video, I haven't done that yet. It jumped to 40 kilowatt and stayed there till 95%, then I stopped the charge. But one like more. It's 201 likes, I should go. Is the ID4 production back online? No, Zwickau is still on hold till beginning of April. Volkswagen German engineers need to overanalyze everything. No, I don't think it's the engineers. I think the engineers are good. The same as the software programmers. They do their job. It's fine. But the problem is that how they give out the stuff. Why does there have to be a presentation? Why does it have to be tested on 200 cars? Why does it have to be marketing involved, and why does it have to be lawyers involved in everything? Just send out the update, and if people don't like it and if it doesn't work well, it does it anyways. It did it with 2.3 that didn't work well. There was no need for any campaign or anything. Just send it out. Let's do this. Come on. There is the news. According to Chris, there are 50 updates in version 3.0. I said 50? Really? I heard the update to 3.3 takes about a day. Do you know anything about this? I know that it can take shorter or longer than the 2.3, and you will get the answer. Can we register Volkswagen for beta testing of software? No, you cannot. When did I say 50 updates? The bus will be a success because there are not many EV vans. Every time is SUV these days. Or transporter, so for cargo, but not for people. At 2 updates a week, they're done in 25 weeks. Now we have 0 to 6 months. I wonder if Volkswagen sells more cargo or passenger bus vans. Yeah, that will be interesting. Still no 7-seater on the market. Even the bus should be only 6-seater. No. Or wait a minute. No, it will be a 7-seater at some point. There will be 2 more seats in the rear at some point. Max said if an engineer is having trouble with something someone else is doing, then just go speak to them and not go through 20 other people first. Exactly. That's the stuff. And the good thing with Tesla, a bad thing for me, that they don't have a press department where I can have a car or have any knowledge or anything. For me, this whole thing with marketing and lawyers and press and whatever is good. I get content, I get invited to stuff, I get to show you stuff. But for the customer, it's not good. By the way, I have to say, tell that story. It's just short. So yesterday I edited the videos till 11 p.m. and for me that's extremely late. Normally I go to bed between 9 and 10 and I get up at 5 a.m. For work, or even on the weekend I get up between 5 and 6. That's just how it is. And but Cindy gets up 2 hours earlier, 1.5 hours earlier. And she woke me up this morning when she got up, but I fell back asleep. And then she did something, and I don't know, 3-4 times. Story, no. and 2-3 times or so, I woke up and fell asleep. And it was so funny because I was dreaming something, woke up, remembered the dream, fell back asleep, and continued with the dream. The dream didn't make any sense, and I'm just saying this because Darren said that. I dreamt about Elon Musk, that I met him somewhere, and that we talked about something completely off topic, had nothing to do with Tesla or with SpaceX, I don't know what. And he was normal, nice guy. And then we were somewhere where he just went into a private plane and went off. So I don't know where we were. It didn't make sense at all. Weird dream. But I remember I dreamt it, woke up, was thinking, why did I dream of Elon Musk, fell back asleep and continued. That was fun. You have said in November they had 50 updates ready and they decided in December which one will be in 3.0. Yeah, with 50 I mean 50 little parts, so that the state of charge is the instrument cluster is one, that the charge in the infotainment system, the charge window is now extra is one, some update under the hood, not a whole package, just tiny little pieces of updates, and they then decide which one goes in 3.0, which one goes in 3.1. They're working on stuff. Some stuff is even done that will come in 4.0 or even later. It's all when do we implement that, stuff like that. But have they completed stopping building the ID4? Is still building them but leaving them incomplete until the wiring harness arrive? I have no idea how the technical is, if they just stop or if they build I think that it would cost more and take more time if they would change how they build the cars. I think when the pieces are not there, they just stop. 6 months driving the 2.3 since end of July 2021. Yeah, that's true. Me too, since June. You have said that short story. Brace yourself, it's story time. I just joined. Did I miss the important news already? Yes, you did. They should create an early access program so more traditional users will get their updates once a year, early adapters more regularly, and the early adopters would have to accept minor glitches. Dreaming of 3.0. Yeah, that's not what they do. They will never give you a software that they haven't tested 200 times and then it starts with falling apart. They only did it in the beginning with the ID3 because they had to sell the cars in 2020 from September to December. That was so important for them because of the dreaming about Musk. Even I don't do that. I think I saw the thing with the Gigafactory on the 22nd of March, and I'm pretty sure he will arrive with a private plane, go to that event, give the first Tesla Model Y to a customer, a little speech, and then go back into the private plane and fly back. I think this is what I thought of, and then Maybe you were dreaming of being on Mars with Elon. Have they completely stopped building? I said that. Driving an ID3, he's breaking his disclosure agreement. No, haven't said anything. The stuff that I've said so far was... did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. Chris and Elon sitting in a tree. Kissing. At least Skoda said that harnesses are put into the car so early in the process it wouldn't be possible to make cars without them. Makes sense. What the chair is making a sound. We software engineers don't hold stuff back. We want the people to send what we did. See what we did. I have dreamed about these. I thought about these. It would be weird to meet him because I wouldn't know what to talk to him about. He has nothing to do with the cars. He's the CEO of a company. His goal is the company to succeed. He doesn't care what car they build. He's not involved in engineering or software or anything. He has no idea about his cars, and that's not his job. He has a product, and he wants people to sell. He's not even selling the product. He has to set a goal for the company, and that's all. So I don't know. Volkswagen needs to rebuild all the models that burned up on the car ship. There was a ship with burned down. Traditional users in person who use car only for traveling from place to, like me. The wiring harness is the first thing that has to be installed in the body in white. You can't place it afterwards. Everything is built around it. But testing the software is a good thing. Customers should be beta tested. No, I'm not have anything against testing. The testing is not the problem. The marketing, planning how to bring it to customers, and then lawyers have to look over it that they do it right, and the people can say, hey, you said this. It's the same as with the ID bus. When people were driving the camouflaged ID bus in Hamburg, and me too in Dresden, they told us you cannot show the instrument cluster or anything, the infotainment system and everything, because it's not the finished version. Who cares? Then I say that. I can show it and say, okay, this is now the interior of the ID bus of this pre-production version. This will look different in the production version. What's the problem with that? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Hi guys, tune in late. Any news on factories up or running again producing IDs? No, till April. My ID series training range quickly. What should I do? That's weird. Mine doesn't. You've seen it. Even in cold temperatures, I lost 2 kilometers in 2 weeks. Just imagine Chris masking these in a hot tub. Warm. Oh God, that would be funny. I think we're done. We did an hour. It was a lot of blah blah. You guys are bored. A lot of people here today. I got a lot of new subscribers from my posts with Facebook, what's coming up tonight. And I like that. Thank you all for joining this little group. This little channel here, who is lucky enough that even though he's so small, he gets a bit of insight into Volkswagen, and he's trying to get insight in other company as well, but it's not as easy as he thought. So I would have liked to be included in the Skoda Enyaq Coupe. Again, stupid camera. Why does it do that? Just out of nowhere. Still, that's freaking annoying. Now we got it. You'll use the other camera again, huh? Damn, it just turned in to see the end. Well, it said 7:15 and it's 8:30 almost now. Yeah, World War III, that's true. Yeah, missed most of it. Yeah, I have to ask you guys something, and you have to be honest with me, because I don't get it. So, more likes than watching. Sorry. So in the last video I said because of the stupid war, gas prices are high. Who would think that if I say stupid war, I mean disrespect to the Ukrainian people? I'm saying that the war is stupid because a country has been invaded without any reason that they did something. So without being mean to the other guys. So I don't know why someone, when I say because of the stupid war, gas prices are high, that seems to be like I'm disrespecting someone. I don't get it. Sorry. I don't know. Is it shame on you? Alarm activated. Yeah, because yeah. I mean, there are wars everywhere. And I say it all the time. The States did the same thing with Iraq. They invaded without reason, and nobody gave a crap back then. But it was a country nobody cared about, and now it's Ukraine that's close. But again, it's a stupid war, and it's not. It shouldn't be, and it's pointless. Exactly. Um, uh, but I don't know. I don't get the disrespect out of this. These days, it's fashionable to misunderstand everything. Yeah, I explained it to him. Hopefully, he understood me. I didn't mean it that way. And why would I mean it that way? But calling the war stupid is not to to Ukraine. They didn't ask for it. Well, of course. And of course it's horrible, and I'm sorry for the people there, and I'm even sorry for the Russian soldiers who are ordered to do that. They don't want to do that either, I'm guessing. But you're a soldier, and that's what you drilled. Somebody says something and you're doing it. Hmm. Door locked, alarm active. Okay. Striptease. I'm getting warm. Okay, that's it. I think high price is nothing, not compared to being bombed. No, of course not. And again, that's not what I meant. I'm not saying, oh the weird gas prices that I don't have anything to do with, by the way. It was just pointing out that the prices are high, but I don't care about it. It could be it could be 10 euros per liter per gas, and I wouldn't care. That's other people's problem, not mine. Well, I would care because in the end, all products will be more expensive. So stuff that I buy too, food. But just because I say that doesn't mean that it means that the people that are getting bombed or killed are I'm not making fun of them. Huh. That's what I said. So, okay. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. See you. Well, I won't be up, but you can watch the video. I will put it on now so you can see the what it's about and everything, but it won't be, you cannot view it till 12 o'clock. Bye. Little intro music at the end. Since it's not 20, I say that every time.